Alrighty, let's dive in. So this is a really minor nitpick, really, but this first ever shot of everyone just standing around waiting in line for voting, little lame. Like no one's moving except for Glasses guy that ends up showing up again later at the end of the episode. A little bit of movement would have been nice, just a little bit more. Just movement. Otherwise, the animation looks a little lazy here. Speaking of lazy animation, Robin here, with her interview right here, doesn't look great. Like, the best we've had of just a character's face saying words was RWBY talking to Cordo at the end of Volume 6. And you could tell, they poured a ton of effort into RWBY's facial animations, her eyes, her eyebrows, her mouth, all of it. And Robin is just standing completely still, and her mouth is kind of moving, kind of in sync to what the character's saying. There's a lot of action in this episode, so I understand cutting corners where you can, but like, a little bit more effort would have been nice. At least like a sway to her character model, or something. Fuck yeah, that is fucking cool. Yes, this is the kind of thing I want to see. New, creative ways of using your semblances and powers in ways you never thought of before. That's awesome. I really like that. Okay, good. Finally, they're addressing this, like, splitting thing. This is something, I think we first saw it in the Volume 4 character short for RWBY versus the Barrendril, and everyone was like, the fuck was that? Like, what is happening? Why is she doing that? Why did she split into 3? I assumed she was just moving so fast and looked like she was dividing, but I don't know what it is, but I like that we're finally, like, addressing it. And I like that RWBY is working towards getting better at it. It's not just the rule of cool. The rule of cool has really done some problems with the show in the past. Like, why does that happen? Why does that thing look like the way it is? Well, because it looked cool. And now, trying to go back and, like, actually explain the science behind it, it's not necessary, but for something like this, it's like, that's really different. Why does that happen? Going back and being like, oh, maybe there's more we can explore and help develop RWBY's character with it. I like that. It's for the benefit of the character. Ooh, Ren, what are you doing over there? Wow, this is really good. This is smart. I like the fact that they are addressing, yeah, Mantle needs to have, like, some attention given to it. You're devoting everything to your, like, satellite. You're letting the citizens down, and Robin is the only campaigner who's actually telling the people of Mantle, yes, I'm here for you. I care about you. I like the fact that they're bringing this up. Oh, you cutie. That's right, she hasn't had her mascara on this entire time. Or her eyeshadow. Cool. Yay. She's cuter this way. I still don't like her hair, but better. Doing good. Yay. I really like this scene. Not only, like, it gives us, like, some important information, but more importantly, I like seeing just the kids being happy, being normal. And there's always gonna be people who are, like, fucking up in arms about Bumblebee. Whatever, who cares? They can be friends. But I like the scene because I really just like them being together. They're having fun. They're making each other laugh. They make me laugh. I enjoy seeing them just being kids for a second. Because they are still kids. They may have their huntress licenses, but they're still young. They still want to have fun. And it's nice seeing them having fun. It only took 6 volumes, but Jean and Weiss are finally going to see the movies together. Oh, wow. RWBY's talking to Ren and Nora. That's really cool. I never get to say, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, this is crazy. I'm actually seeing RWBY talk to someone other than Weiss. Wow. And Ren and Nora are talking to someone other than each other. Wow. And it's a meaningful conversation. It's not loaded with super saturated comedy or exposition. This is great. I'm marking that off of my bingo board. Crazy pairs for conversations. That's cool. Wow, Nora, you're really, like, hitting the nail on the head. Not only earlier, and then in the room, she said this.
From where I'm standing, both of them seem to be trying their best to help Atlas. As to who's doing a better job.
But, like, and then there's this part.
She told Oz that he couldn't destroy her. But maybe someone else could?
Oh, she's speaking the things people have been talking about. And I like that they're actually thinking about it in the show. They're addressing it. That's really cool.
And like an angered, off doing their own thing.
At least they're back to being friends.
Friends, huh? Just friends.
Okay, you know what? Actually, I take it back. Nora's entire her semblance is different. Nora's semblance is being the voice of the internet and being the voice of the fans. Because she is just hitting the nail on the head this episode about saying things the fans have been thinking for a while. Nora, best girl, internet girl. Best girl. Thank you. And I like that their argument doesn't feel like it just came out of nowhere. That was something like, In Volume 6, I love the apathy arc. That's my favorite arc of the entire series. But Yang being mad at Blake kind of felt like it came out of nowhere. Especially because in that first episode, she's like, yo, don't be weird, we're gonna be fine. But then as soon as they get to the farm, it's like, I'm pissy and I don't want to be happy and I'm just gonna be mad. And that argument kind of felt like it popped up out of nowhere. This argument between Ren and Nora makes sense. Not only has everything they've been saying been kind of, like, opposite of each other, but, like, before that, he's been, like, ignoring her, and she's been clearly getting frustrated, and everything Neon was saying was also clearly frustrating her. This felt like a good build-up to this moment. And everything they're saying is also important. Clearly, Ren isn't comfortable. He's got something on his mind that's it's a problem with him. And they, despite being best friends, they don't know how to talk to each other. He's not good at talking. He even says later in the episode, I'm not good at talking. And I like that it's not just all sunshine and rainbows. Like, they're best friends, arguably dating. Before now, I'm not sure. I thought they were, but now I'm not sure. But even with your best of friends, you can have arguments, you can have fights, you can have big disagreements. It's not always the perfection. But the thing that makes you best friends is you live past those arguments, and you can still love each other.
It's certainly not equal.
Trust me, I'm well aware.
Well, that worked. I know that, like me, you're all thrilled that we chose Robin, who has fought harder for Mantle than she has.
Oh my god, it's happening. Oh, his gloves are his weapons. That's cool. Oh my god, it's cool. Oh my god, oh no, oh my god, oh my god. Of all the things in RWBY, I was not expecting mass murder. Oh god, she's a robot. Everyone was talking about Watson manipulating Penny because she's a robot and he can hack into things and stuff. Kind of like during the fall of Beacon. That was the thing. His virus was the thing that made it so they could hack into all of their things during the fall of Beacon. And everyone was talking about manipulating Penny, and I knew it was happening. I knew it was going to happen, because that's, like, obvious, but I was expecting this, and it's so smart. It's so good. I never was expecting this, and it's amazing. And this is a subtle thing. But it is really, really clever, because, okay, so they have this, like, weird little, like, map-looking doodad that talks about, like, it's pull numbers. I didn't realize that at first. I didn't really care what it was, but going back and rewatching the episode, these are the pull numbers. You see people earlier on looking at the pull numbers, and this is like their map. Like, if you don't live in America, this might not make total sense, but when we have elections, there's a map of the United States, and the states get colored in red or blue, depending on which candidate is, like, elected for that section. And that's kind of, that's that idea with this map. I didn't get that. But while everything's out and there's a panic and no one's paying attention, Watts, like, changes everything. He raises Jacques' votes right at the end. So everyone's so worried about, like, the murder and everything that they're not thinking about the votes right now. So when Jacques wins at the end of the episode, no one's really thinking too hard about it because of this whole catastrophe. It's so smart. What? Okay, it's not my big award. Watts and Tyrion do something. They did something. This whole event. They did something for sure. No, not my new waifu. Oh my god, they're framing Penny. This episode is so smart. I wasn't expecting any of this. I'm expecting Robin is gonna realize Penny isn't actually to blame, because A, Robin seems like she's a pretty smart person. B, Penny called out to Robin, and then she was clearly defending her. Like, Robin saw Penny's looking around, and she saw her eyes glowing. She could probably figure out she has night vision. Penny's not trying to attack Robin. She saved her, pushed her over, and then when she was on the ground, she wasn't attacking her. She was standing guard over her. Robin has to realize that. And on top of that, Fiona, adorable little sheep girl over there, she lived. Like, Tyrion stabbed her, but if she lives, she'll be able to say, no, it wasn't a robot that got me, it was a stinger that got me. And on top of that, Tyrion pulsed purple when he hit her. He poisoned her. Penny does not have poison in her swords. It could not be Penny if she had been poisoned in that moment. So I'm expecting Robin to figure it out. But I'm also expecting she's going to be too indignant about losing to really reach out to Jacques for assistance. I just think she's not going to attack Penny specifically for what's happening.
Stay! I'm the boss!
Okay, so my thoughts on this episode. This was an amazing episode. And I was not expecting... Everything that happened, I was not expecting. Not a single thing happened that I could predict. And it was awesome. Not only... So first of all, I enjoyed just having fun with the kids. Those early scenes, fun. It set the mood to be much more lighthearted. And then that sucker punch at the end with Tyrion and Watts and framing Penny, it just really caught me off guard. And it was so much fun. And I was not expecting the elections to happen this soon. I thought this kind of scene would have been like at near the end of the volume. Like, near the finale, like save Penny at the end of the finale, whatever, blah blah blah. But the fact that now the election's over, and that's been our entire plot up until now, but now suddenly the entirety of it has shifted, and is this keystone of the plot is now based entirely around Penny. She's the protector of Atlas, she's one of Ironwood's main sidekicks. She's Ruby's best friend. She means so well. She's being framed for this, and that I'm blown away. After watching this episode, I just lay there with my eyes wide open and just had screaming noises in my head trying to think about everything that happened, because it was so much, but it was all so good. Not only just the attack on the political thing was really, really fun. Having Jacques win was crazy, because I really didn't expect it, but having the attack was so unexpected, and it really pushed the story forward. This plot, we were just kicking it into high gear now. The beginning is really slow with this volume, but from the last episode forward, it has just been non-stop roller coaster, and it's just it's crazy. It's really good. But on top of that, then just some really good character moments. I liked having Yang and Blake finally talking to each other. Thoughts on Bumblebee aside, Yang and Blake haven't done anything all volume. They've said a line here or there. I can't even remember the last thing Blake said other than her line on the elevator to RWBY in the first couple episodes. So having them just be there, be characters for a second, that was nice. And then Ren and Nora, I don't think their argument is over. I think they're gonna table that conversation, because clearly something is bothering Ren, and something's bothering Nora. She's annoyed he's not talking to her, he's not reciprocating her feelings, and he seems to be really fucking stressed out about everything around him. That's what my prediction is, what he was doing in their training scene. My prediction is he's so stressed out about everything happening around them, but he never shows it. He doesn't show emotion very often, but he's so stressed out about Salem can't be killed, maidens, relics, everything. He's so stressed out, he's trying to just constantly use his semblance and nullify his emotions all the time. And that's why he's not reciprocating anything Nora's saying, because he has no emotions at the moment. But he's so stressed out, he doesn't want to talk about it. And I think that's what's going to happen. And I don't think this conversation between Ren and Nora is over. I think we'll come back to it later. But now the plot of Penny's being framed for murder, it's blown away. I'm blown away. This episode was so good. I wonder if this episode goes down as the best episode of the volume, I wouldn't be surprised. If it gets better than this, I'm gonna be amazed. I'm so excited for what happens next week. This was insane. This was absolute insanity. It's been so slow up to this point. Episodes 1 through 3, half of episode 4, really. Just a lot of setup, a lot of talking and exposition, and now that's finally really kicking into high gear. This is insane. And we're only on episode 6. This is the halfway point. If there's only 12 episodes this volume, we're on the halfway point, and it's going crazy. I'm excited. I can't imagine what could happen next. There's 1,000 things. It's not that I don't know, it's that there's too many options of what could happen. Penny could run away. They could dismantle Penny. Penny could get shut down and rebooted, as if she has, a problem. I don't know. Anything could happen. Robin could forgive her. Robin could hate her. Robin could start war with Ironwood. Jacques. What is Jacques gonna do now that he has a seat on the council? How is Watts gonna manipulate this even more? Is Tyrion gonna kill more people? I have no idea. It's good, and it was fun. It was well written. It wasn't just flashy action. It wasn't just fun character moments. There was a perfect blend between the two, and a really, really entertaining twist to the plot that I was not expecting, and I can't wait to see what happens next. If you like my content, I have a Patreon. If you have a bingo board, send them my way. I have my Twitter in the description. I want to see what they say. And if you are a Patreon and you get a bingo, you get a shout out in my Volume 7 review, which is going to be a lot of fun, I'm guessing, based on what a non-stop roller coaster this volume has been so far. And I want to know your thoughts on this episode. This was amazing. I really think this has been the best episode of the volume so far. And I said that last time. That is insane. What's going to happen next time? But I want to know your thoughts. What did you think? And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.